Hey there, history buffs! Ready to take a trip through time without leaving your couch? Buckle up, because today we're exploring the top 10 historical sites you absolutely must visit in the USA. From battlefields to birthplaces of nations, these locations are more than just tourist traps. They're tangible connections to the past, filled with stories that shaped the nation. So, grab your imaginary passports and your insatiable curiosity as we embark on this historical adventure. Our first stop takes us to Philadelphia, the birthplace of freedom, where we find Independence Hall, a building that's seen more drama than a season finale of, well, anything ever. It was within these very walls that those powdered wig-wearing, quill-wielding founding fathers debated and signed the Declaration of Independence, declaring their independence from British rule. Can you imagine the arguments, the compromises, the sheer amount of paperwork? And if that wasn't enough history for one building, Independence Hall also hosted the Constitutional Convention, where those same founding fathers, mostly, decided how this whole United States thing was going to work. Talk about a two-for-one deal. Today, you can practically hear the echoes of their passionate debates as you walk through the halls and imagine yourself back in that sweltering summer of 1787. Next, we saddle up and head southwest to San Antonio, Texas, home of the Alamo. This former mission-turned-fortress is a symbol of Texan courage and, unfortunately, a bit of a downer. In 1836, a small group of Texan soldiers, including the legendary Davy Crockett, made their last stand against the Mexican army. The Battle of the Alamo only lasted 13 days, but it became a rallying cry for Texan independence. "Remember the Alamo" became a slogan that inspired Texans to ultimately defeat the Mexican army and establish the Republic of Texas. Today, the Alamo stands as a solemn reminder of the cost of freedom and the bravery of those who fought for it. Now, let's travel back to 1863 to the small town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Here, over 3 hot summer days, the course of American history changed forever with the Battle of Gettysburg. This battle, the deadliest of the Civil War, saw over 50,000 casualties and marked a turning point in the war, ultimately leading to the end of slavery in the United States. Walking through the Gettysburg National Military Park today, you can almost hear the clash of swords, the boom of cannons, and the cries of soldiers. It's a sobering experience, a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. And if you listen closely, you might even hear the faint echo of President Abraham Lincoln delivering his famous Gettysburg Address, a speech that redefined the meaning of freedom and equality for a nation torn apart. From the battlefields, we head to the shimmering waters of New York Harbor, where we're greeted by a true icon, the Statue of Liberty. This gift from France, standing tall with her torch held high, has welcomed millions of immigrants to American shores since 1886. She's a symbol of hope, freedom, and the promise of a better life. But Lady Liberty is more than just a pretty face. She's an engineering marvel, a testament to human ingenuity. Did you know that you can actually climb all the way up to her crown? Talk about a workout! Standing atop her pedestal, gazing out at the New York City skyline, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder. Next stop, South Dakota, where we come face to face with 4 of America's most famous presidents carved into the side of a mountain. That's right, it's Mount Rushmore. Imagine being the sculptor tasked with carving George Washington's nose. No pressure, right? This monumental sculpture, completed in 1941, represents the birth, growth, development, and preservation of the United States. It's a testament to American ambition, ingenuity, and, let's be honest, a little bit of go big or go home attitude. Standing at the base of Mount Rushmore, you can't help but feel a sense of awe at the sheer scale of it all. Our journey takes a somber turn as we arrive at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. This peaceful harbor holds a heavy history, forever marked by the events of December 7, 1941. The surprise attack on Pearl Harbor by the Japanese Imperial Navy thrust the United States into World War II, forever changing the course of the 20th century. Visiting the Pearl Harbor National Memorial is a deeply moving experience. You can stand above the wreckage of the USS Arizona, still visible beneath the water, and pay your respects to the more than 2,400 Americans who lost their lives that day. It's a stark reminder of the human cost of war and the importance of diplomacy and understanding. Ready for some time travel? Let's head to Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia, where the 18th century comes to life. This living history museum transports you back to the colonial era, complete with costumed interpreters, cobblestone streets, and even horse-drawn carriages. You can chat with blacksmiths, try your hand at candle making, or even witness a reenactment of a colonial trial. Just try not to get thrown in the stocks. Colonial Williamsburg is a fun and engaging way to experience history firsthand and gain a deeper appreciation for the lives of our colonial ancestors. Our journey continues in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historical Park. This park commemorates the life and legacy of one of America's greatest civil rights leaders. You can visit Dr. King's childhood home, see the church where he preached his message of equality, and reflect at his final resting place. Walking through this park, you can't help but be inspired by Dr. King's unwavering commitment to justice and equality. His powerful words and courageous actions continue to resonate today, reminding us that the fight for social justice is an ongoing struggle. Next, we head to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., to visit the most famous address in America's 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, otherwise known as the White House. This iconic building has been the home and workplace of every U.S. president since John Adams. Imagine the history these walls have witnessed, from state dinners with foreign dignitaries to late-night policy debates. While you might not bump into the current president, you can take a tour of the White House and get a glimpse into the life of the most powerful person in the world. Our final stop takes us back to New York Harbor, to Ellis Island, the gateway to America for millions of immigrants between 1892 and 1954. Can you imagine the hope and anxiety those immigrants must have felt as they arrived on these shores, seeking a new life in a new land? Today, Ellis Island is a poignant reminder of America's immigrant heritage. You can explore the museum, trace your family history, and even imagine yourself stepping off the boat, just like your ancestors may have done. It's a powerful experience that connects us to the past and reminds us that America has always been a nation of immigrants. And there you have it, folks. 10 historical sites that are sure to make your next trip unforgettable. From the birth of a nation to the ongoing struggle for equality, these sites offer a glimpse into the rich tapestry of American history. So, what are you waiting for? Start planning your next historical adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more awesome content. Until next time, keep exploring.